Rip.
Rest in pieces, my husband smelled of feces.
Well, that's an interesting way to start this thing.
Well, I'll give them context.
What's the context?
Well,
Rest in pieces,
Dane
my
said-
husband died in feces? What did you say?
Dane said, rip.
Oh.
And then I said, rest in pieces. And then I was trying to rhyme with pieces.
Oh, that's pretty good. Pieces.
Yeah.
Like Reese's Pieces.
That's, yeah.
Yeah.
Ian used to argue with me that Reese's was pronounced Reese's.
I don't think I ever actually did that.
No, you did. You did. You're going to act like it was ironic. It wasn't.
I think that one was.
No. He also said America was the freest country because it's the only place you can get a big gulp.
That's basically true. I mean, it's basically true that I made that argument.
Yeah.
In any case, welcome back to another podcast, everyone. We have a lot to discuss today. Number one, Olympics. Dane, have you been watching the Olympics?
No. How do you even watch it?
We've been watching it on Peacock, which is like the streaming thing.
Oh. It's like I don't have Peacock.
Yeah.
Let me see a peacock. You remember that song? Stop being a biatch.
I don't know that
It's actually
one.
kind of fucked up to sing about.
Yeah. Do y'all know Drew Peacock?
No. Oh, no, I keep falling for that. That's like the third time he's pranked me with that.
Yeah.
I always think it's like a Drew Gooden variant.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but it's not. It's not.
It's more colorful, Drew.
Drew Peacock.
Okay, well, that's fine. I have a lot of Olympic thoughts, but we're also going to...
by all means.
We're going to ombuds.
Speak your truth.
I have a section called Dane Patrol.
Oh.
So I'm going to go on Dane Patrol, and I'm going to try to talk to Dane for a bit.
Oh. All right.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. It's just a new segment I'm trying out.
All right.
I'll put on the backwards cap if that'll make it better.
Where's your... You don't even have your cap in here.
Oh, it's right here. It's by my side.
Okay.
If I need it. Yeah. Yeah. It's on my hip.
Mm-hmm.
And then
All right.
and then we got some other just random announcements to make. So, buckle in and let's talk Olympics. So, first thing I want to talk about is the points system that I've been seeing. It's been very upsetting to me because, well, like, what were we watching? I think we were watching women's gymnastics, and occasionally they'll show this big board, and it'll show, like, Team China has 3,000 points, and then all the other countries beneath it will be like 7, 2, 5.
No. It was way more like one country had 236,000 points or something like that, or 236.0005, whatever. And then everybody else was like negative 17,000.
Was that? No, it wasn't negative 17.
Yes.
No, they were all like single digit numbers, and then it was like a triple digit number.
No, I don't
I don't think there's any negatives.
I think we're living in different realities.
Okay. Well, in any case, we both don't know what was happening.
Yeah. No. When they're showing the, like, each country's, I think maybe what it's showing is the leader's score and how far behind everyone else is. Like, they're negative, like they need this many points, or they're this many points behind at this point in the...
Right. And maybe they
the math
haven't
for
gone yet or something?
No, they're just doing
Okay.
the math for you.
Interesting.
You know what I mean? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It kind of makes sense.
Because sometimes you say yes.
But I don't actually. I just
Yeah.
want to move on.
Yeah.
Yeah. That happens.
Yeah, he's just done with it.
Mm-hmm.
Which I get. I do that too. So no hate.
Oh, right. And the difficulty ratings. So on some of these events, like diving, like the other night we were watching the synchronized diving, there was a point where they were like, oh, this one has a difficulty rating of 3. And I was like, well, they're not even fucking telling us what that's out of. They just say difficulty 3.
No, that means, okay, that one I actually kind of do understand. So if it's like a difficulty rating out of like 3 or 3.2 or whatever it is, no matter how bad they fuck up the dive, basically
They're getting that 3 contributes to it.
Yeah, they're getting that. And then execution is something different, and then they put it together, and that's how they come up with the...
That is awesome, actually.
Yeah.
Because that makes... That feels a lot better for, like, gymnasts or whatever. Like, if you're basically telling them, I'm going to do this thing that's that's impossible to do.
Yes.
So give me a 9 execution.
Yeah, well, that's why Simone Biles...
But I'm going to fuck it up.
Simone Biles is as good as she is because she's doing
the super difficult things
that are so difficult that they're way beyond what anybody else is doing.
So it's not necessarily, it might be, but it's not necessarily like that the difficulty ratings are out of a particular number. It's maybe more so that it's just what the value is determined to be amongst the athletic community. Yeah. For whatever the sport is.
I mean, I don't understand the nuance to the point that I can say yes or no for that. Right. But I know that...
You know that the difficulty...
is its own
thing.
And you get awarded those points for just doing...
And for anyone who's questioning my reading comprehension or ability to Google these things, I've been Googling... so fucking much.
That's true.
That I am just exhausted. I've been Googling every goddamn thing. These are just the things that I haven't had the time to Google yet.
He's outsourcing it.
Yes.
Because he's so overworked. You're so over Googled that you're outsourcing.
I'm starting to rely on ChatGPT.
Yeah, I saw that. Ian was asking ChatGPT how often different chromosomal sex expressions show up in babies. I looked over, he was like typing, asking about
yeah, I'm getting deep with it. But
like, whoa,
you can't always listen to ChatGPT. That thing's dumb as fuck.
It's really dumb.
But it's different. It's like if Google was a calculator, ChatGPT or any of these AI tools would be like a little stupid rat that maybe knows like a few tricks. Or no, maybe not a rat, like a monkey that can like do several things, but it can't like calculate things. And it has like opposable thumbs and shit.
Okay.
It can like take your beer. It could get a beer out of the fridge.
It can hold your beard for you.
Yeah. But you like,
Hold my beer.
Hold my beer, guy.
Hey, ChatGPT, hold my beer. Watch this.
Beer.
All right, I'm gonna have to type that in ChatGPT.
Yeah, hold my beer.
Hold my beer, and then I fucking type some insane shit after that.
Oh,
yeah.
What if you wrote a book to ChatGPT?
That's a great idea.
And then asked like, rate this. We asked ChatGPT to rate our dog.
Yeah, I uploaded a picture of it Merlin? Yeah.
And ChatGPT said 10 out of 10, baby.
Yeah.
They liked his lazy expression and his cool patterns.
Yeah, they did comment on his lazy expression, which I thought was pretty good.
Yeah, because we do talk about how we call him melted. Like he's melting into things all the time. He's a lazy guy.
We also call him Grumpy Cat.
Yeah, we do call him Grumpy Cat a lot.
He does look like a little bit like Grumpy Cat, yeah.
He has that kind of like, what do you call it?
Oh, like the blobfish that was removed out of the water. Did you know that blobfishes aren't actually that ugly?
Yeah, that's just some like weird shit where it's like, well, this isn't the environment this poor guy's meant to be in.
Yeah,
you took him out of his fucking cool zone.
Do you know what it's like? It's the equivalent of like looking at a picture of a human that's being flung into the air.
Oh,
like, as they're being flung into the
air. That's a great point.
And being like, oh, ugly.
Right. Right. Yeah. Also, I forgot, is the blobfish one of those ones that is in a like super deep? So it's deeper. Super pressurized as well. Yeah. Like, ugh.
Yeah. So that's a lot of gravity on the little guy.
Oh, on his poor little fucking chonies.
Yeah, chonies.
Yeah.
I don't know if fish have chonies.
They wear chonies.
What's a choni?
I think it's like a Spanish term for...
I thought it was testicles.
Specifically Mexican term, I think, for like underwear.
Oh, so it's not testicles.
No, it's not. No. So I mean, the way I used it, it would make sense that it would be something like testicles.
No, it could be on his chonies.
Yeah.
He could be experiencing an atomic wedgie.
True. An atomic wedgie. That's cool.
If he did have blobfish underwear.
That feels like a name of a cool millennial podcast. Atomic wedgie. Where they go back and watch Saved by the Bell and react to it.
I actually think Logan Paul should rename his
Impulsive
podcast Atomic Wedgie.
Okay.
he should rename it Show Me Your Chonies.
Show me your chonies with my brahonies.
Oh, with my bro ponies.
Whoa,
Wait,
it's a pony podcast, so they talk about My Little Pony.
My Little Pony only.
MLP.
My Little Pony only. Wait, if somebody doesn't have that podcast name,
We gotta take it.
and they're a brony, no, I'm giving it to them. It's a gift.
Okay.
Because I'm not going to take it.
I want to add to the gift. So far, this is a big gift bundle. What was that one I came up with today? Or maybe you came up with it. It's like
Oh, let's be honest.
Let's be honest. It's a lesbian podcast.
Yeah.
Being honest.
Yeah. There you go.
Where they be honest the whole time and they don't lie.
That's a fucking Dax Flame
Yeah.
type of meme.
Yeah.
On Let's Be Honest, we don't lie, we only tell truth. So let's be honest. How are you feeling today? That's the Dax line.
Yeah. Okay. So thank you for that factoid about the difficulty ratings. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Let Anissa know how wrong she is in the comments below, but be respectful.
Yeah. I do like being corrected when it's respectful. Just let me know that you love me before you say something mean.
Oh, I wrote down here, the U.S. simps are coping that they have most medals, but the majority are bronze.
Is that a real thing? Is that happening?
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen some comments about, I mean, it's pretty typical. Like, everyone, a lot of people want to be, USA, USA, we're so dominant in the Olympics. We're so good. But it's like, we're taking, I think we get 30-something bronze medals at this point, which, it's cool. I'm not taking away from that, but it ain't gold.
I mean, let me quote my father here.
If you ain't first, you last, bitches.
No. A silver is just a reminder that you lost.
Oh, and bronze is a reminder
that you won.
Wait.
I mean, not for all, right? I'm specifically speaking about basketball,
Right.
baseball.
That you placed.
Yeah, boxing, stuff like that, where you
True.
either lose the gold medal game and you get silver,
Okay,
or you win.
gold medal, S tier.
Yeah.
Bronze, A tier.
Yes.
Silver, B tier.
Yeah. In my opinion. In my
Interesting.
I don't know. But a medal is a medal, and I will never even sniff one of them, so I can't really judge. But I do find it really interesting. I mean, obviously, because everything is so heavily politicized now, everything is a fucking travesty. If you go on Twitter, there's something new to cry about. But the one that I found really fascinating on the Olympics is the Chinese swimmer who won the 100-meter swim, whatever the fuck it was.
Man?
And he was beating everybody by a full body length.
Oh.
He knocked off an incredible amount of time. And the craziest thing about this is apparently, I don't understand physics, so you're gonna have to somebody will explain this better than me, but the pool is shallower. It's a shallower pool, so people's time should be slower on average.
Oh.
There shouldn't be records being broken.
This year specifically? Okay.
You know how they were talking about the track?
Right. Oh, yeah.
How the record should be broken because of the way that it's made?
Right. People are going to be 2% faster on the Paris Olympic track this year.
Yeah. So the pools, though, are shallower. So apparently that means that people shouldn't be able to...
Maybe a lot more turbulence because the motion bounces back, overall slowing the swimmers down.
It's hard.
They did say, this is one thing I learned watching the swimming competition, is they said that depending on how you place, you'll be positioned at a different part in the pool, and that strategically does matter.
So interesting.
Where they were basically saying, like, I think the ideal spot is basically in the middle, like those middle 2 lanes or whatever, because you get to see your other competitors, like almost all of your other competitors, and there is less like turbulence, I think. I think that's what they were getting at.
That makes sense. Or at least it's getting canceled out because it's from both sides, so you're kind of in the middle.
Yeah.
I mean,
there was a reason.
Yeah. The crazy thing about this, though, is Chinese swimmer broke records by like a lot, way more than people were expecting, and he was immediately accused of doping. He was tested immediately after the swim. He was tested many times before, and I've seen charts. I don't know how true it is, but there's like a stat out there of like how often certain countries are caught doping.
Yeah.
And the U.S. is the second highest, and China's like way down at the bottom.
Yeah.
So like people are like having this discussion of like, why are people so like they can't, people are still denying that this like Chinese swimmer,
That's sad.
Yeah, broke a record.
Do you know what it was in specifically, like breaststroke or something?
No, I don't know what it was. I just know that it was a short.
Because I feel like you could maybe narrow it down to a specific technique or something.
Well,
so that you could
identify
why.
I had a friend who was a competitive swimmer, and probably one of the most, I love when people like geek out about things that they're specifically very passionate about, but he was talking about how there was this one swimmer who only kicked with one leg, and that's like very weird. And everybody was telling the swimmer like, you shouldn't do that, it's bad form. But this swimmer ended up breaking records because they swam differently and kicked with one leg instead of 2. Some sort of like, I don't know what it...
But it was unclear like why, but doing something different, period, yielded different results.
Yeah. So maybe maybe there's something going on that like we're not, but it's cool. It's interesting how quickly there's a lot of like stuff going on with like China and their treatment in the Olympics. There was also I think it was a photographer that like bumped into a Chinese athlete, and it looks like it was on purpose. It's very weird. I don't know how it's very strange.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of conversations around that as well.
There was also is her name Caitlin Ledecky?
Oh yes, yeah.
She's also like, it's absurd how much faster.
Yeah, she full like you couldn't
length,
even see other swimmers in the on the screen.
But that's nothing new. I think she did that last year, or not last year, but at some earlier point in time. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but she's very fast.
I haven't looked into it at all, but it sounds fucking neat.
I think she has webbed feet or something.
Yeah.
Cool.
I thought it would be obvious.
Part frog.
Like fucking Michael Phelps.
Michael Phelps.
Like Michael Phelps.
Michael fell off. He fell off. That's why he's got a man bun now.
But yeah, he does have a crazy man bun.
He's got a crazy man bun and a beard.
Yeah, you look at Michael Phelps and it's obvious. It's like bro's got such a wingspan and everything.
That guy's a freak.
He's like Slender Man.
Did you hear that his teacher called him a fucking loser when he was in school?
What does that even say? Trying to figure that what that even means.
She said he was stupid and that he wasn't going to go anywhere, basically. And then
maybe she was right when it came to like academics, but
yeah.
Didn't he go to university?
Do you have to be smart to swim fast? I don't think so.
Maybe you have to like do math equations on how the ripples are. But I think he went to. Isn't that where he got caught smoking a bong? Was in university.
You might be right.
So proved her wrong, at least in that. That's
what,
true,
that he went to university?
Yeah, she said he wasn't going to go anywhere. Like, she was really shitty to him.
Yeah, that's
Poor
mean.
Phelps.
Poor Phelps.
Mr. Phelps, we feel so badly for you. We want you to be able to swim as much as you like and use your brain to whatever extent.
You can.
Big, small, do math, maybe do Sudoku.
I think he's neurodivergent.
Oh, true.
I don't know if I've heard
When I was
that.
watching him interact with Snoop Dogg, I said something's up here.
There's this segment, Dane, on Peacock where Michael Phelps takes Snoop Dogg into some like mansion pool and they're just swimming around, and poor Snoop Dogg, I thought it was just a me and Ian thing, but I think all normies swim into the rope by accident.
Yeah.
Like they can't keep a straight line.
Yeah.
But Snoop Dogg was swimming.
I don't know how people swim in a straight line.
Yeah.
I'm like constantly going to the left or right.
Yeah, like a DVD save screen. I don't know what the hell's going on. I can't. How do you stay
straight
and narrow? You can't.
Reddit.
I don't know.
How do I stay straight?
Wait, Dane, have you ever swam?
What a question.
Have you ever
That's a fair question.
Well, have you taken swimming lessons?
Yeah, I took swimming lessons when I was a small child, and I used to swim a lot. Like, my grandma and my aunt had pools in their backyard. My mom had a pool in her backyard until she filled it in, like 2 years after she bought the house, because it was too expensive to maintain.
Yeah, pools suck for that.
And I enjoyed my time. Although I did have a traumatic pool experience growing up, so I'm not a big fan of like swimming, but I do like being in a pool and like playing around, I guess.
Yeah. Could you swim in a straight line?
I don't know. I don't remember. I think I could, but probably not. Maybe not in like a completely straight line. If you're saying that it's hard to do, then I probably didn't. But I remember my best swimming memories are like going to the public pool with like the Boys and Girls Club. You know what that is?
Yeah.
We would go to the public pool a lot, and I would just like do fucking lines across the pool, just swimming back and forth. Like I was just doing that. I don't know why.
The most traumatizing thing for me was being at a public pool and swimming into someone's ass.
Oh,
yeah.
That's true.
And then they fart a big fart bubble out, yeah. And then you take a big bite out of it.
I felt so...
Dude, touching other people at the public pool is the freakiest experience. Yeah, I hate the worst.
That. Can you Google?
I was a kid, so it's probably easier for me back then.
What, for running into people's asses?
I mean, like when you're a kid, I don't think you care that much about like accidentally touching other people.
Oh no,
I cared.
It's scary.
I cared a lot.
Especially when you don't expect it, because I would always swim with my eyes closed. So I'd like kind of look, make sure my path was good, and I'm like, okay, I can make it across.
I think I'm making a connection. I think the reason why we hit into walls and stuff and people is because we swim with our eyes closed.
Right.
Oh.
I think.
See, I had goggles on.
Okay.
I was one of those kids with the goggles that goes over the eyes and the nose. I didn't give a shit. I was like, I'm all geared up.
Okay, so I've learned something. I think closed eyes, head down.
To be honest, like I can swim in a straight line if I'm maybe just doing like a breaststroke or something, or like doggy paddling.
Yeah,
it's that weird shifting your head back and forth.
Yeah,
that like it scrambles my shit.
Yeah,
that's why.
Yeah. Disorientating.
That's understandable.
Yeah. What do you want me to Google?
If Michael Phelps is neurodivergent, because I don't want to spread misinformation.
I think I heard that.
I've heard that, but it
might have been a rumor.
Yeah, just want to be responsible about it.
Michael Phelps has been officially diagnosed with the disability of ADHD.
Woo! He's an addy daddy.
So why was he competing in the normal Olympics instead of the Special Olympics?
Wait, is that the article question?
Being mentally challenged didn't stop you from asking this. Oh, this is on Quora.
It
looks so official.
An actual article.
Yeah, I thought I was too. I was like, wait a minute.
I thought Ian was just asking that genuinely.
Okay. So
this is a little bit more of a legit article from a website called ADDitude Mag. Attitude Mag.
Okay.
Michael Phelps. How did ADHD help shape the GOAT Olympic swimmer?
Oh, we claim him. Not we.
GOAT.
Your community.
Yeah, that's my community.
You people claimed him.
Sorry. You people get other athletes, maybe.
Yeah. Are there depressed athletes out there?
Well, probably.
I'll claim them.
Okay. Another, I guess, pet peeve of the Olympics that I have. Stop showing close-ups of Tom Cruise
Oh, I agree with that one. Stop showing close-ups of Tom Cruise. And Twitter has proven, okay, I'm piggybacking off of that. It's unrelated, but it's also related. Twitter has proven that they cannot behave themselves. The amount of times I've seen someone take a video clip of like a personal trainer trying to tend to one of their athletes' like physical issues, and they're just horny posting about it, is disturbing.
Oh, wait, like a coach that's like stretching someone's leg or rolling someone out?
There was one where I think it's the gymnast for the US. I'm not sure. It's an Asian man and he's hurt, clearly, obviously. And the trainer is like, you know, dealing with him and touching probably like his like low his abdomen area, like up below the chest, basically. And people were like horny posting about it and like calling it Yuri, which is like a Japanese like it was
chronically online fucking weirdos. They've never fucking been in a gym, period, or been near anything athletic.
Yeah, it's weird. There's another one of like a basketball player or someone who's getting their groin, I think, like worked as they're in pain from like a trainer, and people are horny posting about it. And it's like, what are we doing? These like athletes, they're trying to compete at an Olympic level. They're on international TV, and you're like sexualizing them. Just no one seems to care. I don't know.
Well, they're just trying to get some fucking likes on Twitter.
I know, but imagine if you were like the athlete.
Oh no, I know it's weird.
I would feel violated.
It's interesting. I read an article about the Olympics trying to be a little bit more deliberate this year with how they're filming female versus male athletes.
Interesting.
Because I think in the past there's been a bit of a bias where these camera people, probably a lot of men, are filming the women competitors, like either like lingering on them for too long, getting a lot more close-ups, and not doing that for the men. So I think they are like aware of it, and they're taking like I guess a more balanced approach. But I guess that is kind of in line with like, what are you filming when?
I mean, I think what we're learning is that people will be weird no matter what the fuck you're filming.
Oh, totally.
Like,
I mean,
I don't know. I was kind of shocked by that. I thought we were a little bit. It was like spaces where I'm like, this is supposed to be like a aggressive person.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's the world we live in. But I was adding that to the Tom Cruise thing because what is with filming Tom? No, that guy's a loser. He's like king of Scientology. Scientology is like...
But babe, he freaking straps himself to a plane. He does all his own stunts.
Oh,
you can't forget that.
Top Gun. Oh, he's standing on the Tower of Dubai.
He's standing on the freaking plane to go fast.
Yeah, but he's standing on the Tower of Dubai. No.
Also, he stands in between two large semi-trucks and does the splits.
Whoa.
And keeps himself alive in the air.
I also heard though...
By the way, I don't think that was him. I think it was like fucking Jean-Claude Van Damme or something.
Oh, so we're just spreading lies.
No, I corrected it in the moment, but it's the same type of thing.
Yeah. But I heard isn't Jean-Claude Van Damme kind of a bit of a...
I don't know anything about him. He's like a French guy.
Is he? That would make sense.
Jean-Claude?
Does he have a little ponytail?
Maybe.
Ponytail and no, I think I'm thinking about that guy who made up his own martial arts.
Oh, you are.
Yeah, who's that guy?
Oh my God.
The guy who made up his own martial arts.
Now I'm thinking of Jesse Ventura for some reason.
No, I don't
it's
think
not Jesse
it's him.
Ventura.
Same
I know
vibe,
who you're talking about.
I think we're in the same...
We're narrowing it down.
Yeah.
Fuck, what's that fucker's name?
He invented his own martial arts and then like told everybody... He just told a bunch of lies. Didn't he tell a bunch of lies about himself?
Yes.
Wasn't he like a cult leader, basically? Turned into a cult leader?
I think he did Aikido. Steven Seagal. Yes.
That guy's a weirdo.
Yeah.
And then that reminds me, when you were trying to figure out who that was, that reminded me of this character, a French guy who wears his little round glasses, tiny round glasses. I think he was in some of those old Onimusha games.
Neo.
No. Oh. Kind of like that, though. But that guy's sick. Shout out that guy.
Yeah, thanks for saving the French action actors.
Okay. I think this is the final Olympic fact. Last night, Anissa and I were watching, what was it? We turned on the TV and we were watching whatever was currently playing. And I think it was women's doubles in basketball.
Yeah.
And Anissa goes, that's the Plouffe twins. What the hell? That's the Plouffe twins. The Plouffe twins are on the TV. I went to school with them.
Yeah.
They blocked my view in science class.
Yeah, they did.
That was insane. I've never met someone who knows or went to school with
Olympians.
Yeah,
it's crazy that both of them were in it as well, because one of them is a lot taller. Not a lot. One of them's like 6'4", and the other one's like 6'2". So there's like a bit of a difference.
They were tall.
But I went to high school with them, and it was crazy. I recognized them right away. I mean, they have a very unique look to them. But we wanted to watch them play, and then it was over. It was like the universe.
We saw it at the last,
at the very end. The
15
universe
seconds of the
wanted me
game.
to know that the Plouffe twins were in the Olympics, but they didn't want me to watch the Plouffe twins. But yeah, no, it was really cool. I liked seeing. I now know 3 people who have been in the Olympics.
The Plouffe twins.
Plouffe twins.
Does that count as one?
No, that's 2.
Okay.
There's 2 of them.
And who's the other one?
The figure skater. I went to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there's any possibility that I could know anyone who's been in the Olympics. You know any shot putters? Maybe a famous fisherman?
Oh, is fishing?
No, it's not.
Wait, I feel like if they're gonna have like dressage,
I know,
they should
but
have fishing.
yeah, it's just the luck of the catch, man. There's too much luck.
That's part
and
of it.
Shit to it.
It's, you know.
What they should do is it should be like, how well do you know your tool? So they just have like a lure on it. So you just actually try to fling it and hit specific targets with your cast. That would be sick.
Oh, I'm gonna start a petition to get fishing in the Olympics.
Nice.
Trout fishing
Okay.
and
That'd be cool.
deep sea fishing.
Oh, okay. Deep sea fishing. Oh, okay. No, that's another detail I think that's kind of relevant to the Olympic talk.
I don't think PETA would like that, actually.
I
Probably not.
think Pete is holding iced tea.
Sorry. What? Huh?
No. Anissa and I were watching the surfing part of the competition, and I was like, oh, what the
Oh my
fuck?
God.
They're like,
You're doing this to embarrass me in public.
no.
Ian's trying to embarrass me.
It's an interesting fact, okay? We were watching them surf, and I was like, that ain't fucking France. They don't have waves like that in France.
And I said, of course it's France.
Yeah.
Just like that. I said, of course.
And then I was looking at it, and, you know, I'm a GeoGuessr savant, so I'm like, I'm looking at it.
I thought you were going to say, and I'm a genius.
I'm a GeoGuessr genius, and I could see the South Asian Pacific vibe that it had.
Oh, you could see the aura.
I could see it, and I was like, there's fucking zero chance this is in France.
Yeah.
I looked it up. Pff, they weren't in France. They were in fucking...
Someone almost died.
what's it called?
I don't know, Tahiti or something.
Tahiti. Where the fuck's Tahiti?
Tahiti, Bahama.
That makes sense, because literally the moment you said you guys were watching surfing, I was like, they did surfing in Paris? This doesn't make any
Yeah.
sense. And then when you brought it up, I was like, oh, they just did it somewhere else.
Yeah, which kind of is makes the triathlon drama even stupider, because if you have Olympics like events in other places that isn't France or Paris,
Right.
why did you force athletes to swim in sludge?
Sludge.
Apparently, one of them got violently sick 10 times. They were puking 10 times during the triathlon because the water was so foul.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they were trying to like put it off. They were canceling it. They
Toxic
were moving
sludge.
it. They literally like got them to swim in filth.
Okay, can you inform the viewers who might not be aware, or Dane, or me, what that's about?
So Paris, Macron, their main asshole over there, he basically he said like, yeah, we're gonna have them swim in this, river, that they have that runs through Paris, and everybody was like, what the fuck, the river's disgusting, like you can't have them swim in there, it's not safe to swim in. And so they had this thing they were going to do, this grand gesture where they were going to have, I think it was Macron and some other person swim in it in July. Yeah, probably something like that. In July.
It was the mayor of Paris and the president, I think.
Okay, right? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in July they were going to swim it. And then they canceled it because it obviously was not safe to swim in. And so then when the Olympics came about, the triathlon was booked for a certain day, and they were like, no, we still need more time to clean it. And when they finally gave it the go-ahead, it was still not clean, clearly. And there were people protesting, like there were people that were like, do not, like, we don't want to spend money cleaning this shit. We do not, like, believe that you can even clean it in time. Like, don't waste our fucking tax dollars. And they did it, they pushed for it anyways. Right. And if you have surfing in Tahiti...
Yeah. It can be somewhere else.
So what happened is at least one of the athletes has come forward and said that they were violently ill like 10 times. And you can see a video of them after they finished just like puking. Mm-hmm. Just puking. Which, I mean, hey, you're doing a triathlon, so you're puking and shitting yourself kind of comes with the territory. But they were explaining that it was so gross.
For people who might not understand, why does puking and shitting come with the territory of being in a triathlon?
I love talking about that because when you're running and you're exerting yourself past the wall that you hit, which is like when your body tells you like this is way too much energy and like you cannot keep going this way, we can't survive this way. Your body has to start making decisions on what it's going to pull back putting effort into, because you only have so many, it doesn't want you to burn unnecessary calories. So one of the things that it chooses to give up on pretty early on is your smooth muscle control, which includes holding your rectum, and all that area basically that holds in urine and shit. And it lets go of the smooth muscle control, so you shit yourself. A lot of runners will shit themselves from just exhaustion. And puking just comes from like your body is just overworked and your body's confused and goes,
we need to solve
we need to solve it. And your body's solution for solving everything is to puke and shit itself anyway. So
man, smart bodies.
You know why they canceled the swim that the president and the mayor were going to do? Because they foolishly said when they were going to swim.
Oh.
And so everybody in France was like,
take a shit.
Let's just shit in the river. So like literally there was like Facebook groups, like they had it all organized. Like they're just like on this day, shit in the river. And they were like, they actually mapped out like the river where they were saying like, if you want the shit to hit the president, you have to shit in the river at this time so that the water carries the turd by this. Like, and they were coordinating.
Right.
So they saw all that happening and they're like, oh, people are gonna fucking shit on us.
I heard that Veritasium and Smarter Every Day were in some of these forums where they were like trying to plan it out.
They want to be a part of the shit.
Yeah. They had some really good algorithms. They figured out like on average like how quickly the poop moves down the river.
Is this real or are you making this up? I hate
here's the thing. I think he's trying to riff on a bit that I'm doing, but I promise you that it's not a bit.
I know
not a bit.
No, it's not a
what?
bit.
No.
Fuck.
No, I know
that's real.
I told myself I was like, all right.
It's real.
I was like, okay. You're recognizing a Dane bit. Good job, Ian. The little fucking angel, the angel on my shoulder was like patting me on the back of the head. He was like, "You're awesome. You could be involved in this.
Yeah, I'm
just
sorry.
go on. Go.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Ian. It was the bad timing.
Yeah, it was bad timing.
So wait. Well, I mean, this is interesting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck? They were Are these people getting arrested for shitting in the river?
I don't think anybody
It didn't happen. It didn't happen because they were planning it, and the president saw this, and he's like, "I can't do it. They're gonna shit in the river."
Yeah.
So that's why they canceled it.
I think that they were bluffing.
Right.
If I'm being honest, I don't think
maybe
a lot of
like a
people
bit
were.
of a
No,
meme
they set up
kind of.
They set up a bunch of like toilets on the side of the river for people.
Oh.
I'm not kidding. There's
No, I
pictures.
know.
I saw pictures of
know.
it. I know. I'm mostly trying to convince Ian that this is real.
It's
That's
real.
insane. Well, what does it even mean to set up toilets on the side of the river? Because here
Like-
it's illegal to fucking defecate in public.
I think it's illegal there too.
Well, why are they setting up toilets? I wouldn't be afraid of someone. I'd be like, oh, fucking art installation. You're
Right, but
putting
if enough people do it, like
It's hard
I feel
to
like
track that.
Yeah. Well, I just feel like, I don't know, maybe I have a little bit of like a weird stereotypical view of like a river. I'm imagining like some canals going through the city.
No, it's wide. It's like the Saskatchewan River that runs through
Right.
Edmonton.
Okay, and
bigger
it
than
goes
that.
through rural areas, and it goes through.
Goes through the city.
The
Goes
city.
through.
Yeah, it's a
like
really
you wouldn't
long
know.
river.
Okay,
Yeah.
people are just shitting and
Yeah.
pissing
It's
and
a
fucking
big-
in
It's a
it.
big.
They're throwing their used condoms in there. They're spitting in it.
I mean, it goes
Ian-
through a major city, so I'm
Okay,
sure a bunch of
that
fucking
makes
trash
sense.
gets in
Okay.
there. I'm sure there are companies pumping
I
toxic sludge.
think I was literally envisioning a fucking
small creek?
a small canal.
Okay.
I think there was actually this video I saw recently. It was way back when I think Logan Paul was like getting in trouble for jumping into some sort of little canal in France or Italy.
Yeah.
And that's what I was envisioning.
Yeah, no, it's big, it's wide. So you know, shit in darkness where no one can see.
Okay.
Kind of the. So I mean, obviously, we've talked about a lot of controversy. The Olympics having this many like controversies, I think, is such a reflection of what the fuck the world feels like
Right.
in general. Like, it feels like every single day something is happening. There's also like. I want to touch on this. I know you don't want to touch on this because you're
I think it's worth it.
Okay.
We can talk about it.
Specifically, he doesn't want to touch on it because he's cooking on something.
Trying to make a video.
Yeah, he's making. But I found it fascinating. This trans panic. It happened in rugby first. The female athlete who, she's just a muscular woman. All rugby women are muscular women, and so that was trans panic. And then there was a swimmer that people were trying. Ledecky, I think, trans panic again, and now 2 boxers who have been hit by this trans panic. All women, of course, because you know. Women need to be protected from evil men, apparently. And so a lot of women are being the subject of this weird transvestigation in the Olympics. And we've seen the effects of it. We've seen the American who she came on, she seemed very sweet. And she came on crying and she's like, why? Like, this is so
The rugby
femininity,
player.
Rugby
Yep.
player. And she ended up winning bronze, which was nice. But the boxing thing was particularly interesting to us because if there's one thing we do know, it's how fucking irresponsible and weird a lot of boxing associations can be. And when
This isn't all like fucking cute, like
No.
maybe a track and field or whatever. It's like the people behind boxing that like
there's a lot of predators
involved.
that like, and when I say predators, I don't mean sexually. I mean probably sexually, but when I say predators, I mean like people who are
Matches.
they're bad actors.
Yeah, there are matches to this day that are rigged.
Yeah.
Like set up. Even I think there was specifically a scandal in I want to say 2016.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just like a lot of organizations that don't have a lot of oversight, and the Olympics try really hard to have these organizations because they don't want to do it themselves. I think that's a big or an important thing to note that I think everyone should know is the Olympics, they don't want to fucking like micromanage what's happening in different sports.
Yeah.
They want those sports communities like swimming, track and field, boxing. They want all the organizations that represent them on a global level to figure out how to deal with whatever the nuances of their particular sport is.
Yes.
So they don't have to take the responsibility of like making all these decisions because they know they don't know.
Yeah.
They know we just put on the Olympics. We're trying our best,
Yep.
but we can't know everything.
So the IBA, which was the association, the International Boxing Association, which is its own separate entity, but was the organization that the Olympics was using for a while, because it's in the boxing world, like an international boxing.
Yeah, they put on championships.
They put on
have
championships.
a lot of fights.
That doesn't make them like automatically credible.
Right.
That's like what we really have to like emphasize. And the Olympics for years has had major issues with this organization. And actually, this boxing almost didn't happen this year at the Olympics because of the corruption within the association that they were working with. One of the controversies that was an issue is that Imani was removed from a fight afterwards against a Russian boxer. And it's important to note that the IBA is run by a Russian citizen. And that's an important thing to note. The gender disqualification that this organization is claiming, they haven't come out and said what it is.
Yeah.
They didn't clarify to anyone. The only thing that we do know is that the Olympics fought against their ruling to CSA.
Yeah, or CASS, I think.
CASS.
Yeah. It's like a committee.
It's a committee, basically. And the committee sided with the Olympics that it was an unfair ruling and that Imani was fit to box. So I think, like, I just want to clarify, like, the information that's out there, because there's been some wild things being said, like that she has DSD, that she has a Y chromosome, just all of these things that are not rooted in reality.
A ton of lies with, like, I will admit that based on our culture and the headlines, like, it does take a bit more work to get to a primary source, because the amount of like they're like pretty well respected commentators, celebrities, fucking media outlets that did just kind of immediately run with a story.
Yes.
Because they want clicks and shit.
Yeah.
And in that like rush to get the story out there, just so many things, so many discussions that weren't even relevant.
Yeah.
Like a good example, I think, is the testosterone element, where it has not been said, or it was confirmed that there was no testosterone testing in this ruling from the IBA last year, whenever it was.
Yeah.
But people keep talking about testosterone like that is the discussion we're meant to have.
Yeah.
And it's not.
It's really interesting, because I think out of all of this, right, like, there's people that want answers, and I think at its core what people don't understand is the boxing world is very weird, and there's a lot of corruption and strange things that go on behind closed doors. You have to be very careful. And if you're not in the boxing world, it's you see an association making a decision and you assume like it must be like valid. But this specifically, especially this association, is not, like, you can look them up. They are not found to be like a credible association.
Yeah. There's a lot of other issues aside from this recent one that made the Olympic Committee cut ties with them.
Yeah. So
it's not out of nowhere.
I guess to like summarize, like, there hasn't been any confirmation whether or not Imani has Y chromosomes, high testosterone. I've seen some people come out and say she has the testosterone of a full-grown man,
of a rhino,
of a, like, just the craziest shit. So I think the important things to put out there that are the from credible sources is no confirmation that any of it was valid to disqualify her. She was born biologically female and is recognized as a woman and has always been recognized as a woman. And she's boxed against many of these women who are in this competition many times and has lost to a lot of the women that she's boxing against. So this whole like idea, it's just weird. It feels like what's been happening on the internet is there's been this trans panic, and they've tried to get something to catch, and they finally like, because they kept throwing whatever at the wall to stick, they finally found something that is sticking, and now people are like, because of transphobia. Because
well, I think they're
of, like,
extra excited
confusion.
because it is boxing. It's like a very physical, like meeting of, you know, the potential sexes.
Yeah.
Whereas like swimming, running, it's more like, well, you weren't as fast as me.
Yeah.
But this one is like, no, you're physically dominating the other person. But you physically dominate the other person regardless of.
Listen, anybody who is doing this while they're in the middle of the fight is getting physically dominated.
Yes. Facts.
Sorry. She put her chin up in the air.
Hey, all you listeners. This is the Patreon plug. Good news for you. The Patreon is grinding, and the bog is grinding. The bog is so great because it's the place where I can relax, I can cut loose, I could talk about literally whatever the hell I want. Not like this podcast where I'm on a tight leash here.
Oh, he's got his chonies in a bunch. I'm holding them.
My chonies are tied up.
Yeah, tied up in a little cherry stem knot.
Yeah. So, go subscribe to our Patreon. You will not regret it. I promise you that.
Eagle sound.
Back to the program.
Yep.
Which is this.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm really passionate about it. I've been fucking on Twitter. I like try not to tweet very much, but I think what really set me off, I was really trying to avoid tweeting, but what really set me off was Wade retweeting end wokeness.
Dude, if you're retweeting end wokeness,
end your own. No, that's not nice.
Yeah, I was going a similar place.
But yeah, no,
You're a bad boy. You're a bad boy if you're looking at end wokeness.
Yeah.
Okay, we're moving on from that. Okay. Thank you for all the Olympics talk. Now we're on to Dane Patrol.
Oh, okay.
Hey Dane, what you been up to recently?
I don't remember if this was like a couple weeks ago or something, but I think you guys mentioned Minecraft, and it got me thinking I should play Minecraft again. So I was doing that.
Oh, nice. Are you strip mining? Are you like playing regular style?
No, I always play like just survival. Yeah.
Alone?
No. I have some friends who play Minecraft with me.
Oh, no.
Why, did you want to play?
Fiona, chill. Sorry,
Fiona.
Just Fiona wants to be whitelisted, I think.
Oh, don't they have cockatoos on there now?
I think they've been there for a while.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to play.
But it got me thinking, it's like the video game version of Legos.
Yeah.
I know that's not an original thought, probably. but when I've mostly been this time around, instead of just like trying to like survive and do stuff, I'm mostly just trying to build cool things. And that's been really fun. And I don't know why, like I don't know, maybe it's like what people do normally in Minecraft, but
is it true that Jack Black is playing Herobrine in Minecraft movie?
I don't know.
Is that a true thing?
I saw that image, and so basically an image of Jack Black as Steve got leaked or whatever, and people were like, that's not real, that doesn't make any sense. and then the picture like got DMCA'd or something, so people were like, holy shit, that might be real. But I don't know if it getting DMCA'd is actually true or not.
Right.
I haven't really looked that far into it.
But
it is very strange that Jack Black would be Steve, because Steve is black, first of all.
Oh.
So
right. I think we're all on the same page. That's interesting you say Steve is black.
It is interesting.
Yeah.
Why is Steve's race in question? Like Kamala Harris?
I didn't think Steve was black.
Are you having your Donald Trump Kamala Harris moment or what?
No, this
He's
is me
always
being-
been South Asian. I'm just saying he's been proud of his Indian heritage.
Hey, listen, I've never given it much thought. I'm just giving my top of the dome, like instinctual. If you're like, what color is Steve? I'm like, white.
Really?
Yeah. Also,
Elmo's
another
black.
Okay. Nobody asked.
Elmo?
Elmo is
yeah.
is black.
That's a very
Elmo's
interesting
red.
one.
Elmo's red.
That's true.
Yeah, but he's a black person
But he's-
stuck in a red
he's
body.
You're saying that the person who voices Elmo is black?
I think most people view Elmo as like, you know, like even fictional characters like you.
He's
If
a
you
person of
imagine-
color, I suppose.
Yeah, if you imagine them as a human, you give them physical traits, and I feel like most people when they imagine Elmo as a human, he's a black child.
Oh,
Is
okay.
he not?
I don't think I've ever imagined Elmo as a human, so maybe I haven't gotten that far.
Yeah, Bender.
I suppose.
What do you imagine Bender? Bender's a black man, right?
Yeah, I saw that
No.
image that was showing all the like characters that are like black coded.
Yeah.
Blender.
Blender.
Blender was on there, I think.
Was Bender on there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to not to imagine his voice actor though, because he's a very prolific voice actor, and I know what he looks like.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
He's
don't
just
know
a
what
white
he
dude.
looks like. Oh, yeah. I think if you know the voice actor, then it totally like,
Yeah,
Makes
it
difficult.
ruins it.
yeah, you can't really visualize.
But
the person.
Steve is not voiced by anyone.
That's
He doesn't
true.
have voice lines, so you can just look at the color of the character and see that he is black.
Or South Asian.
Okay, fuck it. You've sparked my curiosity. Minecraft. Steve.
Please, Ian, make the title of this video "Steve is Black" with a picture of Steve
Okay.
from Minecraft.
There's some there's a lot of conflicting information out there. That's crazy.
What?
His skin tone changes
Oh,
completely. Okay, so Anissa,
yeah.
you
Okay,
see
that's definitely a white guy.
Okay.
To me, right now.
now.
Especially
Especially with
with
the lighting.
Show it to the audience.
Oh,
They
right.
can't see it.
That looks like a white guy to me.
And then
No, that's he's
like
just
he
in the sun.
barbecues. Okay, that's a black guy.
That's just yeah.
why
That is that's just him in the sun, and also that's like a promotional picture. I think they whitewash him a little bit in promotional pictures personally, but in game he's more like the second picture you showed.
right. Wait, is there an aspect that we actually might not be thinking about?
What, that he might be like Indian? I
That's
don't
what
know.
I'm saying.
No, that there might actually be a function in the game that I'll need to do some research, or maybe you can since you're currently playing it. Maybe your character starts off light colored at the beginning of a playthrough, and as it progresses, it gets darker because of the sun exposure.
I don't think that's
Right,
what
right.
it is.
That could be a thing. That wouldn't
Well,
be.
if you spend all day in the mines like mining, then that doesn't happen.
What?
Oh,
Wait.
Yeah.
right, of
What
course.
the fuck is happening? Okay, now we're doing a meme, and I'm
Yeah,
not.
Dane was telling me.
Okay.
I was riffing on Ian's thing.
No.
No,
yeah.
but I'm being
He's being
serious.
serious though.
It
He's
might
being
be a
serious.
thing.
It's
I don't
not
think
a
it
thing.
is.
I
Do not
don't-
count it out. Do not count it out. Because
No.
that's fucked up to do.
Is there an official statement from
I'm
Microsoft?
counting out your ridiculous concept.
Oh, I found some fan art, and they're kind of making him racially.
Ambiguous.
I
Light-skinned.
think if I'm being serious about it,
He looks
I think
Hispanic there.
he is racially ambiguous. I mean, he's a little block character.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Yeah.
don't think that he has a specific race, but
Well-
I've always just imagined him as black because he just, I don't know, he just looks like a
Right.
black
So,
guy to me.
so what you're saying is that if they were casting for Steve as Microsoft,
Yeah.
Jack Black is literally the opposite in almost every single way of what you would imagine Steve to be.
Right.
what you're
Unless the plot of the movie is that he becomes a version of Steve through whatever, like Steve exists in the world and he becomes Steve-ified or
Wait,
whatever because he joins Minecraft.
Can you explain
But him being the character of Steve doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
Can you explain some canon to me?
Canon?
Some canon, because like this image of Steve, there's a little bit of a black patch or darker patch, like where his mouth is, I guess. Is that a beard? Is
That's
that
a
facial
beard.
hair?
Yes.
That's a goatee.
For a lot of my life, though, I thought that was his mouth.
Mouth. He's
Really?
kind of doing a really wide smile.
I thought that's a goatee.
But I was told that that's a goatee, yeah. Like a not a full beard, but like a Walter
Right.
White goatee, yeah.
So-
That's why I thought it was like when I saw that first image, I'm like, that's a white man. Like that looks like a guy who barbecues like brats on his like grill for his like daughter's like 10 friends that are over in their like
But that
backyard.
that image that you're showing is from the cover of Minecraft, and in my opinion, I think that they kind of like brighten him up a little bit.
No, I think you are correct because that other one was closer to the game. I think what I remember, and that he's black.
Okay,
Oh,
so
what the hell? That guy's so white.
yeah, this guy's incredibly white.
Why is that guy so white?
This is
That's not real. That's
It is real. It's official licensed Minecraft Steve action figure being sold at Walmart. So it is real. They're calling it Steve. They're not calling it Minecraft Adam.
No. Who's Adam?
I don't know. The white guy?
Minecraft
No,
Adam.
no. I think that picture is
Oh.
altered.
Yeah, no, it's
That's
not.
photoshopped.
But when you compare Minecraft Steve in game, especially to, is her name Alex or their name Alex?
Yeah, the female character you can pick.
Yeah, she's like very obviously like the white one of the two.
Oh,
She's
yeah,
a
yeah.
white
So
redheaded
that
girl.
makes it a little bit more clear.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I think Childish Gambino should play Minecraft Steve.
Yeah, that would be very good, actually. I like his
Well,
vibe.
No, Jordan
He's-
Peele.
he-
no,
He's
no.
retired.
Gambino.
Jordan Peele would be funny.
Yeah, Gambino's retired, but his vibe would be correct, I feel like, for Minecraft Steve.
I think if we're being honest, the most likely candidate is going to be Keegan-Michael Key because he's like just in everything now.
True. Yeah.
And honestly, I love Jack Black, but he is in like too much stuff now.
I
like
agree.
they keep casting him for like everything. It's like, can he just like?
Welcome to late
I don't
stage
know.
capitalism. Wait, choose Jack Black and everything or Chris Pratt and everything.
Oh, I would pick Jack Black and everything because
Yeah.
he's at least interesting. But what I'm saying is that like he's already the panda.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like Nacho Libre,
Mhm.
and that like he's all these iconic characters.
Yeah, no,
I know
you're
I
right.
only named two.
We
there's
don't-
there's other ones like he voiced Bowser.
Yeah.
It's like it's kind of
Yeah.
hard to like I don't know. It's just he's got such a very noticeable voice, and
Yeah.
in my opinion, I'm not really a huge fan of like celebrity casting for things.
Mm-hmm. I feel like you're only allowed one video game character.
It's a little distracting. Yeah.
So he's Bowser. That's his lane.
Oh, yeah, there's
Yeah.
actually no ethnic backgrounds in Minecraft. I
Oh,
just looked it
there's
up.
no races in Minecraft.
Wait, so Hutch said, or is that his name Hutch?
This
Was
is-
Notch. Notch said, I see no color.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think it's just part of the universe he created. Yeah.
So what?
There's no America. There's no, like, there's
Right.
no...
Okay.
There's just a biome
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
with trees and
Mhm.
sand.
Okay.
And Notch also said that that there's peace, there's world peace.
Oh. Bless Notch.
Explain...
That Minecraft is actually a peaceful world that you can set it to peaceful difficulty if you want to experience peace.
There's someone here arguing to the death that Minecraft Steve is Mexican.
It's
Oh.
Mexican.
Yeah. This
I
person says Mexican is a nationality, not a race. A Mexican can be anybody.
well, yeah.
That's awesome.
Man, we're getting into like socioeconomic discussions, or not socioeconomic, but sociology, anthropology based discussions because we're talking about Minecraft Steve.
Yeah, well,
Soak that in. Take that in, liberal.
Put that in your pipe and
this is gonna make the
Dot,
fucking
dot, dot.
all the people who hate the woke media be really happy that they made Minecraft Steve Jack Black white.
Yeah. they'll be like, finally,
Yeah.
after making mermaids black, and they finally made Minecraft Steve white.
And then they're gonna show fucking Minecraft Alex, and she's gonna be black, and they're gonna fucking lose it.
Yeah, they're gonna start foaming at the mouth.
Yeah.
It's not biologically possible for a Minecraft woman to be black.
Yeah,
there was like people arguing about like the biological possibility of like a mermaid having
black mermaid.
I was like, what the hell are we doing right now?
I'm still not convinced, by the way, that Jack Black is going to play Steve at all, or that they're even making a Minecraft movie, because they've been wanting to do that for like 10 years and it hasn't come out. So I think it's just like they're just fucking messing with people at this point.
Yeah, I feel like the ship has sailed. What I would like to believe, this is what I'm choosing to believe. This is my narrative. I've made this up right now. They were going to make a Minecraft movie, and Jack Black was going to be cast, and that is an original mock-up of the concept. But then Mario poached Jack Black for Bowser. And they were so upset about it that they just scrapped the whole thing.
You said, fuck it, I'm going to describe Nintendo as Mario.
Yeah.
And Mario
snatched up.
Well, Nintendo snatched up Jack Black. He had to make a decision. Because I think a lot of people need to remember, Jack Black's son loves YouTube and video games, and like he probably is a huge Minecrafter. So Jack Black was probably like, yeah, I'll do a Minecraft project like at the time. And then Nintendo was like, hey, we got some fat money for you.
Nice.
So then they scrapped
but
the
I don't think
project.
that would discourage him from being a Minecraft character. I just think that like it's been so difficult getting that project off the ground for years and years and years that I'm just like, I don't think it's going to come out. And this is also related to that. Did you see that tweet that they were like that Michael Bay was going to make Skibidi Toilet?
Yeah, is that real?
And like, no, and everybody was believing it. I don't know why. Like, are people like just like Facebook boomers about this stuff? Like, it was clearly not real.
Here's
like
the
just
problem.
because somebody from their production company said, "Yeah, we're gonna make a Skibidi Toilet movie," that doesn't mean they're like. That doesn't mean anything. There's no script. There's no fucking anything.
I have a theory that like because Twitter, people want interactions and you need to be on things fast. You have people that normally you would view as like very credible talking very quickly, and then other people see people that they assume are credible talk very quickly, and then they just assume that it's real, and then you have this like landslide. That's what it seems like now.
No, it's true, because I think what got that news out there the fastest was, I think it was called, there's that news Twitter called like Dextero or something.
God, Dextero's so
it just spams whatever, but I mean most of the time it's relevant and like makes sense, but that like I felt like it was like an April Fool's joke or something.
Well, it reminds me of like,
and people were like, oh my god, it must be real.
Well, like Charlie, I remember Moist Critical like announced on like Patreon, I'm pretty sure, that like he was just stopping podcasting, and Dextero like took the screenshots and was like, Charlie's leaving the internet forever. And then everybody was like, what a pussy, like he's leaving the internet forever. Like everybody just started. That's what happens. There's like one person that you assume should be credible, because there's no journalistic integrity really is like totally out the window. Like you look at something like Dextero and you're like, oh, that's like they're writing like articles and stuff.
Surely.
So it should be valid.
Yeah.
But like literally everyone was convinced for like 12 hours that Charlie was quitting the internet, which wasn't even said in this, like, what the hell is that? So I don't know, man. Twitter
also realize that they're the only ones actually like reporting on it.
Yeah.
Like I feel like when like this Olympics thing, at least with this Olympics thing, it's like global news.
True.
You have, curated like good reporters reporting on the facts.
Yeah.
When they do it, like they might think like, oh yeah, people get the idea, but it's like, no, they're like the only ones.
Yeah, they're the only
delivering
ones
this
saying
news.
something. If you want any sort of like online personality or gaming news, like Dextero seems to be what people look at. But Dextero has been, sometimes I read their captions and I'm like, this is like a 19-year-old kid that has very obvious biases going on that's
and a lot of free time.
And a lot of free time.
They're like, what's going to be a juicy fucking post this afternoon?
Yeah.
Pokimane is on day 300 of brushing your teeth.
Well, one of them was like, here's the other thing about Dexterra. I think they need to be honest and know like what their audience is like. Because one of them was like, Pokimane was diagnosed with... What was it? It was either endometriosis or PCOS.
Okay.
It was some sort of reproductive health issue, which that is great. It's very hard. I think on average for women to get diagnosed with either PCOS or endometriosis, it takes like 7 years on average. So like I'm very happy for her, but that news, whatever you want to call it, that Twitter page posting that should have known what they were setting her up for. It was just a bunch of ignorant, shitty people like making fun of her or like not caring. Like why? What?
Yeah, no one's asking for that.
Yeah,
shit.
What are you doing?
Yeah,
that's not your audience.
That is really annoying.
So it's just like
like it's just like a whatever post from Pokimane on her Instagram or something, and they're like, I could signal boost this to a bunch of people who don't give a fuck.
Yeah, who like not only actively don't give a fuck, are just gonna like say the nastiest shit.
Right? Yeah.
It's gonna like signal.
You know what?
Assholes.
You know what Twitter reminds me of now? Is like really early YouTube, like 2009, like 2008, 2009, where like basically the meta was just try and get people to click the video because like that was just the only thing that mattered was getting the views, because I think YouTube paid you based on views back then. So like the entire site just eventually just devolved into clickbait, and it was just like boobs in the thumbnail and like big red circles and arrows, like, and that was like the thing. And it didn't matter what the video was about. It didn't matter if it was good or not. It was just like, did they click on it? Or yes or no, like that's all that YouTube cared about. And then there were like, it also reminds me of YouTube back then because like the reply girls, remember that? Like that whole thing with reply girls who would just like reply to really popular videos with like revealing cleavage or something so that people click on that. And right now Twitter has or had, I don't know, that apparently somebody said that they fixed it with like a bunch of like people spamming like porn links and like OnlyFans girls replying to everything all the time, just trying to get engagement. Basically, it's just like an engagement farm, and that's what is motivating people to post, is that they just like are trying to get people to click on your thing or reply to it.
Yeah.
And YouTube already went through all this, and they like had to basically redesign the entire way that people are incentivized to make content. So like I don't know what Twitter thinks is going to happen, but we've done this experiment already and it didn't work.
Yeah, it's really interesting because it's getting out of hand and it feels like it's not getting better. Like it feels like nobody cares about that. And it sucks because it is the town square, like everybody uses it for like news. So I don't know, it does feel like a dumpster fire, and it feels like everything that I read on there is like incredibly irresponsible. Speaking of dumpster fire and incredibly irresponsible, Jackson Hinkle, you remember that name? He was the one who was like, he's just like a absolute fucking weirdo.
No.
He's like one of these Twitter guys that is just like alt-right and then kind of like hijacked the Free Palestine movement to like spread anti-Semitism, and but he was getting a fuck ton of engagement during it, and people had to come out and be like, this guy's bad news, do not like interact with him. Anyways, apparently because I read this on Twitter, which there's like a 10% chance that it's true, but Twitter was sharing today that he got arrested by the Venezuelan government when he was in Venezuela.
For something specific, or just
they're accusing him of working for the US government.
Oh, weird.
So, you know, it's just crazy shit. You go on Twitter and you're reading crazy shit all the time, and it's like half of it's I would say 20% of it is true. That's kind of how you have to like navigate through that.
I'm going to be honest.
Yep.
I've just been thinking about Minecraft Steve. And I have a new question to maybe this will be insightful.
Okay. Yep.
What age do you think Minecraft Steve is?
30.
He's in like his early like 30s, I think.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I thought he was 14.
14?
Yeah. Like
A 14-year-old doesn't know
like
how to
a
fucking
12 to 14
craft?
somewhere in there.
He doesn't know how to make a piston.
He's got a job.
I don't
He's
know.
grinding. He's like a working man.
He's a survivalist.
Yeah.
He's like what's
Bear
that
Grylls.
YouTuber? Or yeah, but what's that guy, Primitive Technology? He's like that guy.
Yeah.
That guy's like in his 30s. He's like an Australian guy in his 30s.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
They should make it more realistic and put him in like tan pants, like cargo pants and no shirt.
Oh,
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, and like a sun hat. Because that's what I feel like that's the uniform of a survivalist, you know?
Right. What? Oh, okay. That's a good YouTube video that could get some clicks.
Minecraft Steve is a survivalist.
No, where
Minecraft Steve IRL.
Where cut to me? Where did Minecraft Steve get his clothes?
Oh.
Like, where did those come from?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you should start
Make
out
that.
completely naked like in Rust.
Yeah.
That's true, actually. You should start out naked.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Yeah.
You should have to.
Have you guys ever
make
played
stuff.
Rust?
Yeah, I love a good old session of Rust.
I've never played Rust.
It's very brutal, man, and that community sucks too. They're just so fucking.
I
they
heard
kill
it's
you
a
and
good-
It's a
shit.
good social experiment for it's kind of like a real life, or not real life, but it's more like a realistic version of
Lord of the Flies.
of Lord of the Flies. Yeah, where it's just like put a bunch of people on an island and there's no rules and see what happens.
Right.
Turns out they all try and kill each other.
God, I feel like it's also just the type of people that are attracted to that game.
Uh-huh.
Like,
Yeah.
I think if they had a bigger pool of people that play, but like the people who
Oh yeah.
are attracted to that game, and now like if new people are coming in, it's only people that are like into that.
Yes.
So it just like is crystallized as like that's the community.
Yeah.
You want to know something that some people might consider kind of pathetic and sad? Is that I actually have a lot of hours in Rust. I have like over 200 and something hours in Rust,
Holy
but
shit!
almost all of it has been played offline.
I get that.
Like I just play on a server by myself and just like play it like it's Minecraft.
I get that. I
and-
think that
and-
that's not sad. That's comforting
No,
and awesome.
Because I just don't want to I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to build like a base and then like I log in the next day and it's all like blown up.
Well, it's completely crushing to even get started. I think about that idea, how you have to have your fucking head on a swivel. I actually felt that way about... So there's PUBG, and there was one
DayZ.
before that. Yeah, DayZ. When I played DayZ and it was kind of like this precursor, I was like... my imagination really ran wild with how far I could make it in this world, and I was very excited about the prospect of getting different items and having a base and all of that. This fucking shit never allowed me to experience that aspect of the game, and I feel the same thing about Rust, so that is super relatable, to at least be able to know what you can accomplish in that game. Like,
Yeah.
otherwise you're just like, what the fuck is all of this even for?
I don't like the pressure. I don't like the pressure.
Yeah.
I play a lot of stuff offline, or I just play Candy Crush.
Okay.
In my opinion, I think, I mean, this is a separate tangent. Maybe we're related to that. I think that single player games are the future.
Agreed.
Because-
oh, that's sad actually, because I feel like we're
Because-
already so
yeah.
isolated that like single player games will just make us even more isolated.
No, because you can like form a community around single player games, and people already do that. But I think that at very least, there's going to be a resurgence of PvE games, which is like players working together against like an element of the game, like fighting a boss or something, or fighting like it's kind of like what is that game? Left 4 Dead. Like that's a PvE game. You don't kill each other. Well, you can, but the goal of the game is to fight against the game. I think that those games are going to make a comeback simply because cheating has become so incredibly easy to do now.
Yeah.
And companies are like unable to outpace like their cheating software, and it's basically just like a technology problem. Like it's going to be so easy to cheat that like if we don't develop a cheat system that literally is just spying on your computer all the time, which people don't want, then yeah,
that makes sense.
It's gonna be fucked. Like, there's just gonna be an everlasting problem of people just like being able to circumvent the point of the game.
I feel like I want there to be a new WoW.
Yeah, I mean, people are working on MMOs.
They're making a Lord of the Rings MMO right now.
I want
Amazon.
I'm gonna play that so hard. I'm gonna play.
Yeah,
that.
I would love to play that. I played New World, which was their other MMO Amazon games.
Yeah.
And I liked it. I had fun. I mean, there are a lot of people who complained about it, but I'm a noob to MMOs, so I think I was just like I had, I don't know, stars in my, or what do you call it? I was a twinkly-eyed noob.
Rose-colored glasses.
No, that's like if you're nostalgic for something and blinded by it.
No, rose-colored glasses.
You were in your honeymoon phase.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That's Ian's got the correct one.
No, rose-colored glasses is correct as well.
Yeah,
it's
I don't more think general.
Wait, yeah, it is. Rose-colored glasses.
I'm pretty sure rose-colored glasses means like that you are fondly remembering something that wasn't that good.
No.
It's just as simple as putting on glasses and being able to see everything as a better version.
It's a better version of. But let me, because like I'm not gonna. This one I'm like so confident on the.
Oh no.
Yeah, rose.
It's just used in the context of looking back at the past. I think quite often.
I mean, cheerful or optimistic view of things, usually without valid basis.
Oh, so it's just yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, it's just like an optimistic, like you don't have like a valid. You're not.
But I think I only ever hear it used when people are referring to the past, though.
Like you can be in a relationship with rose-colored glasses.
Yeah, like you can have rose-colored glasses about what is happening right now.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that I've only ever heard it used in the context of like remembering like something, like being nostalgic, basically.
No, that's fair. I just wanted to stand on business because my therapist said I should do that more. So
Start standing on business.
I stood on business with you, Dane.
Okay.
Jesus, calm.
I enjoy learning things.
Okay. Huh?
What were we talking about specifically?
Oh, we were talking about MMOs and.
I guess I was just gonna say that
it's kind of a boomer genre. That's the problem.
Well, I think there's still a lot that we can learn about how we can interface as individuals across the internet. I think Dane brings up a valid point about like there is like a classic PvE where you're cooperating with someone else or multiple people to like achieve some kind of goal. But I think there are other forms of PvP or PvE that are a little bit more like disconnected. You have like Hearthstone, which is like a turn-based thing, and then when you have this battlegrounds element, it's even more like weirdly like turn-based.
Yeah,
I think there's a lot of different ways where you can interact with people. Like even in something like Neopets, right? It's like you're not doing anything with other players, but you're all in the same universe.
We're in the same universe.
And you're able to trade and do things. So it just depends on like to what extent what ends up being an easy thing to program.
Yeah. There's I didn't play it, but I thought it was really cool. It was like this game where you're different animals and you're hanging out in like this world together. Man, I wish I could remember. Everyone was a wolf. You could be like a wolf, a fox.
Maple Story?
No, somebody will tell me in the comments. I thought it was really cool. Apparently it's still like operating, but there's like 2 versions of it.
Yeah.
But I like stuff like that, like kind of like Club Penguin.
Yeah. Totally.
Like, I want more like Club Penguin, but like for adults.
I want more like Toontown, but for adults.
Yeah.
I love that
Somebody
shit.
make that.
Okay, so we're going to quickly on Buds. We're just going to like roll through these as fast as possible because we're getting close to the end here.
It's time for lunch.
Someone says, man, Anissa is really funny. 30 upvotes. When I told Anissa this, she was like, no, you're kidding. You're kidding me.
I didn't believe him. Yeah.
Very nice. She was very fun. She is funny. She's a funny person.
I told my therapist about it.
Nice.
Yeah, she was proud of me.
Awesome. There's a specific kind of photo paper that makes me go, ugh, if I touch it with my nails. I sort of relate to that. Photo paper, fresh photo paper. It's so I actually think that's the worst one.
Yeah.
And if you put that near my skin, I would react like a cat. when you're trying to put slippers
cheese
on it. Or cheese
head.
on it. Yeah, on its head.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Photo paper, is it because it's like glossy?
It's
It has, like,
glossy
a gloss
and it's
to
like
it?
sticky, but like not
Something-
sticky in a predictable way.
It sends like electrocution through my nails.
Ugh.
Yeah, like I don't know how to describe. Like I'm feeling it right now in my soul.
My dance that I was doing where I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
That's the Bernie they were telling
Ah,
me. Yeah.
the Bernie.
Ooh. How you doing, Bernie?
Feel the burn, Bernie.
What the burn?
What the deuce?
Someone says carotenemia is a harmless condition where the soles of the feet or palms of the hands may be yellow in color due to the consuming of large amounts of citrus fruits and or vegetables which contain carotenoids.
That my aunt, when she was trying to lose weight, 'cause she was very overweight as a child. She was eating a fuck ton of carrots to try and like stave off the hunger.
Yeah.
And she literally turned orange.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that happened.
Someone was correcting us at some point. I don't know what you said in lieu of this, but they said it's the artist formerly known as Prince.
Oh yeah,
Lamau.
formally. I think I was saying.
Previously?
No. Formally
Oh, formerly known as. Oh, okay, that
Formally.
makes sense. Former.
instead of former.
Man, that is a kind of a tricky one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember you saying that, so I think
Yeah.
I just heard formerly.
Well, here's my problem is I think it's a little bit of the Canadian accent, but I'm also lazy as fuck where
Yeah,
It happens.
I won't like think about the
What
words that I'm using
Makes
that
it funny.
hard.
We
Yeah.
got really good ombuds moments for that.
I also do this thing sometimes where I'll say something and it'll come out wrong, and then I'll just like, I'm too lazy to correct myself.
Yeah.
And then no one really corrects me, and then we just move on.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I think I just learned from that experience and be like, whatever. I said that wrong. Fuck
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
No, yeah. I don't know.
We should all get like a little button that we can press when we know we've said something wrong.
Yeah.
Just so there's no editing or anything, but people can get a sense while they're watching the
No.
video. Like, oh, okay, they didn't really fucked up.
We should hit the button and then it pauses and then it goes to widescreen and it'll be like, and we'll go to the judges. And then there'll be like a board of people that will correct what we've
I like
done
that.
wrong.
I like that.
But I will say, just putting it out there, two things that I think have really fucked me up in adulthood is I don't care about how I spell things at all. And I don't care if I'm using the exact right word when I'm speaking. And
Yeah.
and that's a me problem.
Yeah.
Because like my brain's like, people will figure it out. Like if you were to quiz me, like what's the right there, and there, right? I can tell you what the right there, and there is. When I'm typing, I'm not thinking about that shit. You're reading there, you can figure it out.
I agree. I will say that I mostly don't care about spellings, but the there, and there, that is the one that I like try the most to get right, and that is the one I find myself correcting myself on, just because
Yeah.
I'm like, it is maybe a bit confusing to someone who's like reading it very literally. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's true. I think because like the reason why I said it's kind of fucked me over as an adult is because I didn't take the time to learn how to spell certain things.
Oh, yeah.
And sometimes it can be very frustrating. Like I'm definitely one of those people where like I read a lot, but I read in the way of like I look at the
You get
letters.
the first letter, the last letter, and the middle is scrambled.
So like
roughly.
there's like some words like if you asked me to spell them, I mean I'd figure it out, but it would be like a 50-50 guess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's fair.
It is.
Which is
It
bad.
is. It is especially frustrating.
Oh no, that was good.
Oh man,
that
that
reminds me of,
hurts.
It reminds me of when Keemstar. What was the word that he always says a word wrong, and every single. It's one of the few times that like my brain.
Do
goes,
you remember what Keemstar says wrong?
like, do you remember?
I can't remember what he said, but yeah, it was especially frustrating what he said.
It might have been especially. I think he does. Do the
especially.
especially. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one
That's awesome.
does make my brain go.
Okay, this person says, I'm a Cruisely boy. We don't get all these crazy cereals across the Atlantic, but we have Cruisely. And since I'm a Cruisely boy, that's good enough for me.
Was that like muesli?
I think it's muesli with some crust on it or something.
Some crusty muesli?
Yeah.
Crucially.
You're gonna have to tell us what crucially is.
Yeah.
Anissa, or this person's referring to Anissa. She's right. She's right. Hockey skates fuck your feet up. So many blisters. I also used to get all my hockey equipment from the same kind of place, but it was called Play It Again Sports. Someone also said, I think in reference to your skating escapades, said R.I.P. Totem. I cry every day for the Totem popcorn. Was that a thing?
Oh man, is Totem no more?
I don't know. Is Totem popcorn a thing? Did they sell popcorn?
Yeah,
now?
they did. They had like it was crazy. You would go in there and
maybe like a Big Five. I could almost picture like a Big Five having some stupid like candies or snacks.
Yeah, they had some like candies and snacks, and it was like a small like.
Yeah.
I wish I could describe it, but it was crazy because you'd go in there and there was like a big like kayak like up high, and like I don't know. I thought that shit was cool. We didn't have like, or at least I didn't. And I didn't. There was no Big Five when I was growing up.
Oh yeah, fair. So. John Wick's dumbness caught up to it so much more in the sequels. They lean harder and harder into the story, the lore in the story, which is the least palatable or interesting aspect of the franchise. The story became so much the focus by the fourth one, that I, a choreography appreciator, couldn't even stomach it.
Interesting. Okay.
They had a question mark after the fourth. I think it's because they don't know how many they're on.
Yeah.
Need to hear y'all's opinions on the texture of microfiber cloths. One of the worst feelings on the fingertips.
Hate it. And when I worked at the pet store, they had them everywhere for like cleaning like the glass and stuff. Hated touching those things.
According to Wikipedia, mogging does have its roots in the incel community. The incel wiki page is a sad read.
God.
My fiance's name is Anissa, and a friend of mine calls them a Nissan Altima.
I like that.
that.
I've never been called anything like that.
Lately, I've been calling her Nissan Versa.
Yeah, Nissan Versa now that Ian's read that comment.
Yeah.
A Nissan versus who?
Your mother.
Your mother.
Your mother.
People used to call me Leaning Tower of Vanessa.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh.
And the final on Buds. This is a good one. I needed this. Sexual monomorphism is the lack of differences in secondary sexual characteristics. So it makes sense. It's easy to remember that.
Yeah.
Monomorphism.
That's cool. Wow.
Rottweilers are sexually monomorphic.
Mighty Morphin Robot, or wait, the Power Rangers? What is it?
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers?
Dino Megazord! Zoid.
Monomorphing
Monomorphing Dino Megazord! Zord.
Sexual monomorphic Power Rangers.
Whoa!
They're all
so
kind of
no
the same
pink
thing.
Power Rangers.
No, they're all the same. Okay, their colors vary, but
Only
everything
yellow.
else.
Only yellow. That's the sexual monomorphic color of Power Rangers.
Okay. That's perfect. That's all of the Umbuds for today.
Wow, we really did. We sped run that.
We slammed it.
We slammed the gas.
Thank you so much for watching, everyone.
Yay!
We did this so well. We talked about so many delicious things.
Come on and slam. And welcome to
the jam. Whoa! And come and slam. And jump up on the jam.
It's the multicam.
And slam your meat. And come onto the street.
Whoa, I don't know.
Come
about
in
that.
the sewer.
Oh,
I mean, the rivers. And shit in the canals.
You're the only one talking about coming in rivers, Ian. No one had a Facebook group for coming in the river.
Listen.
That's you.
No one here in the room has experienced it, but if you just strut over to like a fucking fast-flowing river and you fucking bust a nut into it, it is so satisfying.
Why did you just preface that by saying no one in this room has experienced?
Am I wrong?
It sounded a bit suspicious that you said that, and then you ended it by saying
Busting
that it feels great to bust a nut in a river.
Yeah. Like a really fast-moving river. It's crazy. Kind of like peeing off like a giant cliff.
Have you done that?
I've peed off a giant cliff. I have not actually busted in a fast-moving river or even a slow-moving river.
What if
you
somebody
do to piss off the cliff?
To be honest, like the cliff, it was more of a hill, but
Wait.
but it still felt like freeing. Like what's that guy?
Wait
Simba?
a second. Wait a second. When we lived in Vista, we lived on the hill, and you would piss off the side of
that's
the
what I'm
house.
talking about.
He would go out. He would go out in the morning.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, "Where are you going?" And he would go out and just piss off the side of the...
I would only do it when it was extremely foggy, though. No one could see me. It kind of defeated the purpose a little bit, but I knew what I was looking at. Just open land. Hasta, michonis.
La Vista. Oh,
Baby.
shit. Yeah, no, that's right.
You did it.
My brain's cooked. I'm fucking hungry.
My brain